Hey everyone, it's Rihanna and welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to be talking about my top 10 favourite TV shows of 2017. Now 2017 made me question whether or not TV was taking over film because oh my goodness, there were so many great shows that came out this year and just so much good content on the silver screen. Before we start this list, obviously this is my own personal list, obviously yours is going to be different, and obviously I don't have time to watch every single TV show that is being aired last year. So there are going to be some things that aren't on this list. For example, Peaky Blinders season 4, because I've only watched one episode and a bit, but I'll end up watching it eventually. Okay, let's move on. Number 10 on my list is season 5 of Orphan Black. Now this was the final season of the sci-fi show about a woman named Sarah who gets caught up in a clone controversy when she sees a woman who looks just like her jump in front of a train. Now I have been a huge fan of Orphan Black since the very beginning. It's always intriguing, it's always intense, and Tatiana Maslany is always perfect as whatever clone she is playing. Now season 5 had a lot of answers to give us as an audience, and even though it gave me most of the answers I had, it still kept me intrigued throughout the season. It was a really big character arc for every single character in the show, especially Sarah and Cosima, and I just loved every single minute of it. I will really miss Orphan Black. If you haven't already, I really recommend that you go check it out. It is such an underrated sci-fi show. It's so clever, it's so intense, it's so intriguing. I love Orphan Black. Number 9 on my list is The Good Place, which is a recent discovery of mine. This is out on Netflix. There is a season and a half that is already out, and it is based around the character of Eleanor Shellstrop, who is played by Kristen Bell. And her character actually dies and ends up in The Good Place. And in the afterlife, you can either end up in the good place or the bad place. But the thing about Eleanor is that she's definitely not supposed to be in the good place. And the plot just revolves around Eleanor trying to become a better person to deserve her spot in the good place, and the comedy in the show is just fantastic and so clever and so witty. I just love it. It's a 20-minute long show and the rest of season 2 is coming out very soon. I'm super excited. This one was such a great discovery. I have so much fun watching The Good Place. Number 8 on my list is season 2 of Stranger Things. Now Stranger Things, the first season, was my favourite TV show of whatever year it came out in, 2016 maybe? Was it then? I guess so. Yeah, the first season of Stranger Things, I loved it. And I really loved season 2. I actually think I enjoyed it more than most people. But season 2 had a few weaker spots in it. It's not as exciting and fresh and new as it was when it first came out. And there's always episode 7 of season 2, which was the sisters episode between 11 and 8, which I just hated it. I just hated that episode. It was just pointless and it really brought the season as a whole down for me. I love the season overall because of the characters and the plot lines, and just Stranger Things is great because of the 80s music and just the whole vibe of it, but that episode in particular brought it down for me, sadly. Number 7 on my list is season 2 of Sense8. Now, I absolutely love Sense8. I was heartbroken when it got cancelled, but thankfully they're doing the finale, which I'm so excited for. Sense8 is based around a group of 8 people around the world who figure out that they can connect to each other through their senses, hence the title Sense8. And I just love season 2. Season 1 was really great, but season 2 definitely stepped it up a notch with the history of the clusters, which is what the Sense8s are called as a unit. I love all the characters: Will, Riley, Wolfgang, Carla, Sun, Leto. It's just such a great show with such great characters. I just want to hold on to them forever. They're just my babies. The show is super original, the cinematography is amazing, and just overall it's a flawless production. If you haven't watched Sense8 yet, then just leave this video now and just go watch it. Number 6 on my list is the miniseries, which I guess isn't a miniseries anymore because it's getting a season 2, which is Big Little Lies, which was on HBO. And this is a TV show that is based around a group of mums who live in California, and there's this whole big mystery towards the show, but we don't know what the mystery is until the very last episode. But the acting and just the plot of this is super great. We have an all-star cast. We have Shailene Woodley, Reese Witherspoon, Nicole Kidman, Laura Dern, the list could go on. Everyone in the show is fantastic. It has so many great female characters who are well-rounded and flawed and just great. Just, I could go on and on about how great Big Little Lies is, but you could always go watch the show for yourself because you'd be doing yourself a favour. Number 5 on my list is another Netflix show, and that is David Fincher's produced show, Mindhunter, which was so incredibly great. The show follows 2 detectives in the 1970s who work for the FBI, who travel around the country talking to psychopaths and serial killers, trying to get to the bottom of their behaviour, trying to spot the tendencies of serial killers before they become serial killers. And just the dialogue in the show is freaking fantastic. The acting by everyone is great. Jonathan Groff is great in this show, and the guy that plays one of the murderers, I can't remember what his name is, but he's great. Just David Fincher has a knack for serial killers and tension and really freaking great dialogue. This dialogue is just as exciting as any action sequence, like... Number 4 on my list is a Hulu show, which is The Handmaid's Tale. I just finished this show the other day, recommended to me by Nicole from Nix and Nax, and oh my good frickin' lord. The Handmaid's Tale is based off a book by Margaret Atwood and tells the story of a dystopian futuristic America where there has been a spread of virus which is stopping women from being fertile. And the women in America who remain fertile go through the process of a Red Center and then are assigned to a family to essentially be their surrogate for their child. But it's not good, it's really not good. They hold them against their will, they torture them, they rape them. It's just a horrendous world to live in. And this is all ruled by a society called Gilead, and they have basically destroyed the government and the Senate, and everything has just turned to shit. We follow the main character, who is called Offred, played by Elizabeth Moss, so fantastically, may I add. Elizabeth Moss is crazy good. She just brings so much raw emotion to this character. It shows Offred's journey from being captured to being assigned to a family and how Gilead works and everything, and it's just so interesting and relevant and terrifying, but you just can't stop watching this show. Number 3 on my list, it was going to be on this list somewhere, it was season 7 of Game of Thrones. Holy freaking crap, like, This season has to be one of my favourite seasons of all of the seasons of Game of Thrones. It's just so action-packed, so intense. Even the dialogue is great in this season. There were some questionable choices, but overall, I really, really love the season. It got me so hyped for season 8. Every single episode was giving me a heart attack, honestly, like, they stepped it up 10 notches, and then maybe 20 notches. Number 2 on my list is a Marvel show, and that is Legion. It's probably one of the least talked about Marvel shows, which is a crime against humanity, because Legion is so freaking good. Legion follows the character of David, who is put in a somewhat mental institution because he keeps hearing voices in his head and is classified as a schizophrenic. But what is actually happening is that David has powers and he is actually a mutant, and he learns that everyone else in this hospital with him has some form of power. And the great thing about Legion is that it's so stylistic and so batshit crazy, but you just have to keep watching it. Dan Stevens, who plays the character of David, is absolutely great. Aubrey Plaza, who plays the character of Lenny, is fantastic, and I can't believe that they snubbed her for an Emmy and Golden Globe and everything under the sun. I can't believe, like, no one has watched Legion. Like, what are you doing? It's just such a great stylistic show, and it's just so different and unique, and it's like if Wes Anderson directed a superhero TV show, and just, oh, it's so good. And number 1 on my list was a latecomer to this list, and that is the Netflix original series Dark. Now, I made a whole video on this, so you can go watch that. But Dark is a German television show which is based around 3 generations of 4 families and their time in this small German town called Winden, I don't know, I'm not German. And when 2 small boys go missing in this town, everything goes into sort of a frenzy because this has actually happened before. And we start going under the mysteries of this small town in Germany, and that is all I really want to say about Dark, because holy crap, it blew my freaking mind and is my favourite TV show of 2017. Like, please give me more German TV shows to watch, because I will be there, I will be first in line. Yes, because Dark was freaking fantastic, mind-blowing, the writing is so good, I just can't even explain it, you just need to watch it. And that is it for my top 10 TV shows of 2017. I will be doing my top 10 films of 2017. It'll just be a while, because I haven't watched everything yet. Anyway, let me know what your favourite TV shows of 2017 were down below in the comments, and if you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do so. I'm at Rihanna Toria on all of the social media, so please come follow me. And that's all I have for you guys today. I will see you very soon. Bye!